Hey guys. It's back. Cassie found something here. It's the size of a nickel.
Buffalo nickel. Give me the fufu juice.
Oh! I gotta keep digging some more here. Let's see what else we can get. I found myself a bucket lister. I got a crotal bell.
It's a Wheatie.
You found a Wheatie?
Yes.
Sweet. A Walking Liberty 1943 half dollar. Oh my god, it's freaking gorgeous. You got an Indian? Oh my god, Cassie got an IHP. Needless to say, I am a happy camper. Hello everybody, and welcome to the end of 2022. Good grief, what a year it has been. Good, bad, or ugly, we're here. That's about all we can say some days. It's that time of year when you see a lot of people doing their end-of-year metal detecting videos because a lot of places like where I am at, there's snow on the ground, and what's under that is frozen solid, so even if there were no snow, you couldn't dig it anything up anyway. So here we are going over our finds for the year to see what we got and how well we did and what our thoughts are and what was the best finds of the year and all that kind of stuff. So let's get into it and see what it is that we found here. This was a different year for me. I did not get a chance to go out and detect nearly as much as I wanted to. And when I did, a lot of them were very short hunts, just a couple, maybe 3 hours. And then I had other stuff I had to do, so I did not get the detecting in that I wanted. But having said that, I've got a nice little array of materials spread out in front of me here. So I can't be too disappointed. And I got a chance to find some really, really, really cool stuff and learn stuff I did not know before. So again, can't be unhappy with that. So let's see what we did end up getting. Here we go. And hopefully the sun isn't going to be kind of weird because we finally actually have some sun again after the blizzard we just got through experiencing. So the sun's coming streaming through the window onto my dining table, and I'm totally okay with that. We got us a lot of stuff though. Starting on this end, I got some of the relics and better items, going down to the lesser quality stuff down on that end. So let's see what we got. Came away with some relics, mostly complete, but very much not intact portion of a lantern, portion where the wick goes through. Harmonica reeds, a couple, 3 different ones there, part of an old toy gun, a couple of different ones. See, what was that? That is a Cement City trade token, good for a nickel. This was a very old bullet. I forget what exactly it was, but this is one of the first ones ever made, I believe, if I remember right. Nice little piece of history. It took me a while to figure out what that was, and I really enjoy learning a lot of that stuff when I find those kinds of things. I got a little bit of silver here, a couple of silver rings. That one's really pretty, but it's just a glass. That one is silver and 2 different colors of gold. Silver cross. That's aluminum, but it's a St. Michael's pendant, I believe is what that was. Silver bangle of some sort with an arrow. Just a piece of silver. A clay marble, which is really cool. A couple of flat buttons there. Really nice. I found those in one location, a school that I was searching. This looks like it had a stone of some sort in it at one point. Brooch or something is really cool. It's nice and heavy construction that you don't see today. A hem weight. I can't remember when I looked this up, that Lowney, what that spoon was, but that was a cool find. A couple of other spoons and fork bowls there. I think that was silver wash. This partial, I mean really partial piece of like a, and you would see where like this piece here, that's wide though. I think that is really old. That may be early 1800s. Couple of other, that's a silver plate. And this is a sugar spoon. That's really cool. Speaking of, oh, here's a couple of other items. There's a, oh, that's a penny. That's a 1932 Canadian penny. A 1918 Canadian large cent. Check that out. That was an unexpected find. That's really cool. And 1858 Canadian nickel. Look at that. And it's whole too. That is one of my greatest finds of the year. I love this. 1858. Look how tiny that is. That's like the size of a trime. So, whoa, I was really happy to find that. A couple of Washington quarters, only 1 Merc for the year, and 5 Rosies. That's it. It's just a squished penny. Only got 5 Indian head pennies and 56 wheats for the year. Don't want to miss that little ring. I don't know if this is a copper ring or a like a ferrule fitting for a piece of pipe. It looks like it could be either one. So, but it looks really old, so I'm thinking it might be a ring. Moving along, got me an older piece of suspension there, suspender part, a umbrella piece. That's for a parasol. You can see where, like up at the top of the parasol, the little pieces went in. Part of a suspender clip, and that one is a newer piece. A couple of inserts for mason jars. I set this up here. I think this is part of a knife blade for like a butter knife or something. Couple of a U.S. collar disc and insignia of some sort, military insignia, part of a like the piece to an old fishing reel. It's probably like one of those little open face reels or something. Cross, square nail, just one of many. Like a rat tail file, is that what those are called? Like that. Oh, almost forgot these. This might just look like a rock, but see how this is very round and the way it's shaped there? In Michigan, this is what we call glacial till. You will find rocks like this occasionally back from the glacier activity that was here. This would have been at the bottom of the glacier under tons and tons of pressure being pushed along, rolled along, stuff like that. And over time, this rock got smoothed out by the action of glacial movement. And as the glacier melted off, this would be left in the ground. And it's called till or glacial till. This, I believe, is copper. It weighs like copper. It has a patina of copper, of course, the green there. And in Michigan, we do have native copper in the ground. It's not common to find it down in the lower portion of the state where I'm at, but you can find it periodically. This would be called float copper. Copper that's free-floating, I guess you could say. Very cool. Down here, a couple of more. Get into those less interesting items, I guess you could say. This one is more interesting. It was a lipstick tube that was, I think that was back from the 40s, and I think I just got some on my finger. I could feel it. A couple of, just 2 of the golf balls. I always find a bunch of golf balls. Spigot handle, toy truck, part of a horseshoe, but only part. Bunch of lead and bullet pieces, paraphernalia, some squished lead or impacted, some no cash value tokens from like car washes, carnivals, pony rides, transit tokens, stuff like that. Some miscellaneous bric-a-brac parts. That's like a wheel off of something, and I think, if I remember when I looked this up, there was a patent date on this that put that near the beginning of the century or something like that. Got my old McDonald's coffee stirrer. Those are not made anymore, and I will not get rid of that. Some blingy stuff, some rings. This one was cool. It's this little locket piece. that opens. Tiny, tiny thing too. Very blingy thing there. A couple of watches, some in better shape. That's pretty, isn't it? Get that in the sun. Yeah, that's really pretty. It's not precious, but it's pretty. That looked like it was going to be better than it was. Those are not diamonds, and this is not silver. So, wah. This stopped the heart because I thought it was going to be gold, thought it was going to be a class ring, and it's just an NFL Green Bay Packers ring. It's heavy, but it's not precious in any way. Perfect pull tab. Automotive stuff up here. I got a thermostat out of a car. Well, I say automotive. That's automotive. I can't guarantee any of the rest is. A couple of these keys look old, though. This one, old right here. The P&F Corbin, I think, the company was pretty old. And that little thing looks pretty old. Some generic buttons, bric-a-brac, zinc pennies, and tchotchke stuff. A little charm. Proud dog mom. Have somebody in mind for that who's loves dogs, and got another dog token there, and a cat. And I just got a new cat this year too. That's part of like a Chinese dog or something there. Got a leg broken off. That one, that piece right there actually should be over in the historical side. This, I can't remember exactly what it was for, but was like an Olympic committee thing that's pretty doggone old and very special. I really like this piece. District champion pin, stuff like that. So, you know, as you look across here, there is an interesting array of stuff. Nothing that's going to stand out and be, you know, a heart stopper or anything. But considering the amount of time I got to go detecting this year, I can't say that I'm disappointed. Not at all. So I'll take this, and I'm pretty happy with it. Next year, fingers crossed, things will be a little bit better in the metal detecting department. I had just some weird stuff going on this year. Couldn't get out a lot for various reasons. Hopefully this year is better, and I'm going to do my best to try to get some private permissions perhaps and see if we can find anything on some private property. Because I spent a lot of last year checking areas around here for public stuff that may or may not have been hit up. Found a couple of gems, but only a couple of gems. Did obviously find some history though, so we'll see what we come up with next year. That's it though. If you're interested in getting into this hobby, I highly encourage it. The amount of stuff, if you find something you don't know what it is, like this is one of my last metal detecting trips of the year. Does not look like anything interesting. This is actually a tire valve stem chain or removal tool of some sort back from when the Model T was out. Did not know that before I actually took the time to look this up, and it is labeled with text on the end that helped me look that up. This bullet casing, when I found this, it did not look like a standard bullet casing. Took me a little bit to track it down, but I was able to track this down as one of the earliest, if not the earliest design of a all-encompassing cartridge with bullet in it that was ever made. Super cool thing to find out. I mean, there's so much you can learn when you get something and you don't know what it is. Little things like this. What is this? And you start looking around in the forum or asking in the forums or whatever, and you find out that's an umbrella slide, and it could be pretty old. Back when we actually carried umbrellas and, you know, didn't just walk in the rain like big dummies to our car and got in and got wet and complained about it. There's an amazing amount of stuff you can learn. You don't find good stuff every time you go out. You have to be patient. So metal detecting helps teach you, hopefully, some of that patience and how to look this up. And in metal detecting, if you're in a good area or you reach the right people, you can always get help encouraging you and helping you figure out what it is that you've got so that you can go out there and do this and continue to learn and continue to grow. And that's what it's all about, is doing something you enjoy and learning something in the process, hopefully. So that's it for now. Been a year. Hopefully next year is better in the metal detecting finds department. We'll see. Till then, you guys get out there, enjoy doing what you do, and tell the people you love that you love them, because you don't know when you're going to be here and when you're not. So let's hopefully carry that into 2023 and see you guys next year. But we're not done yet. I thought we were, but I completely forgot something. The clad. Let's look at the clad that I found. I got it laid out. I have it laid out on my counter right here. Got it all separated out. Total of $43.40. I tried to stay away from clad this year. I was looking for older stuff, but I ended up with 20 nickels, 100 quarters exactly, 148 dimes, and 270 usable or somewhat usable pennies for $43.40. And my daughter that's in college is probably going to get this, because if she's careful, I'll buy a lot of ramen or something. See you guys later. Now we're done.